What's up, everybody? It's Devious Matter here, and we're back in the hardcore world. Last time we left off, we finished building, or I say finished, I kind of left off with partially done, but we left off with finishing all the main requirements for the village, which was getting all the houses and their frames built. And I left off not doing the snow roofs. That's something we're going to go to today. But I have a full list of stuff that we need to do today, starting with this area right here. See, I have all my storage and stuff over here, which isn't very practical, especially with the amount of resources I'm going to have to be gathering and stuff recently. So I kind of want to go back to my original plan and turn this little center area into a storage, like just a 1, 2, and 3-sided storage area, because I think it'll be beneficial. That's where I'm going to start off with this episode. And then we got a whole other bunch of plans to do today, like getting full diamond armor just so I can better protect myself. I'm going to finally... Today's going to be the quality of life to everything we've done in the past. We're going to finish up all our projects that are currently outstanding, like, you know, putting stone around these doors like I said I was going to do for the past 3 episodes. I'm going to finally do that, finish the village, and then we got a bunch of work out here that we have to take care... I forgot I planted those. We got a bunch of work out here we got to do. And I have pretty much ran out of food entirely, so I've been living off of sweet berries, which, that's not good. I need to try to see if I can finally lead some animals over. But the village just looks so good from here, and if I get the snow on the roofs like that one, oh, it looks so nice. I like the way it looks. Yeah, I want to do some heavy work around the mine, because if that's going to be the village and the kingdom's main source of stone, it definitely needs a bit of an upgrade. Because right now, it's just a pathway leading up to a door. There's no defenses. There's no sign of life there, and that's what I want to change. But I want to make everything in this world feel lived in. Like, there's people here doing things. Obviously, there won't be people, but I want it to at least feel that way. Alright, so I gotta make a crap ton of chests. I have a tad bit of food left. So here, I don't want to do anything too fancy. Like, at the front, I kind of just want to have 2 stacks going up, and then on the sides, we have a crap ton of extra bulk storage. But I also kind of want to keep it in line with the feel of the cave, which I think it's turning out okay. It's going to be a rather square. It's going to be rather square, but I think that it would work out in the end. I just got to find a way to blend the ceiling tiles in with stairs and slabs, but overall I think it'll be alright. So I managed to put together this super simple, not final, storage system. I just wanted somewhere to put all my stuff that was other than in these chests, because that was kind of cluttered over there. But I mean, I kind of like it. I just need to change all the cobblestone to stone, add a bit more detail, make it better, blend in with the ceiling and everything. But I ran out of resources entirely. I ran out of wood again, and pretty much ran out of stone. So we'll have to gather some more stone while we're in the mines today. But for now, what we're going to do is we're going to go head down back into these caves. I'm pretty sure there's some areas I haven't explored yet, and I want to go see if we can... Well, let's see what we can put together right now. Alright, so I need 11 more diamonds to be able to complete my diamond armor set. So that is our goal while we're down there in the mines. And then we're just going to go ahead and go down there into the mines, because there are definitely some areas I haven't explored. And we also need a crap ton of coal. Go away, zombie. Because I completely ran out of coal whenever I was smelting stone for the houses. Can't get me, zombie. I'm sure I could take on a zombie. I'd just really rather not. Okay, that was scary. I almost died. But I found diamonds, and there's like 3 skeletons guarding it. 18 durability on my shield. That's... Ooh. So our old suit on the armor stack, and our new suit on top of us. Look at that. That was a long time coming. Only took me till episode 4 to get geared with the most basic of of materials. But hey, I am glad we did that because it makes me feel a lot safer, but it's not going to stop me from sleeping the night away. Alright, so with that done, our next goal is going to be to replace a lot of this dirt around the entrance with stone. That has been a long time coming. It's been something I've been saying I'll do for a long time now, and I think we're in a good spot to do that. Yeah, no, I take it back. First thing I'm going to do is go get some animals so I can at least have a better food source. Because I have 2 apples to my name right now. And that's not good enough food. The only place I've found animals so far have been this way, so I'm going to go check over here. I don't have anything to build a pen with right now, so y'all are going to go into this hole, okay? Alright, so I'm going to start collecting a buttload of stone to outline the top of this door and the sides with stone and a site, just a mixture of everything. So I'm going to start that real quick, and I guess I'll give you a little time lapse of that. It also just occurred to me that I literally have a mine, and I continue just to mine for cobblestone in this little stone pit. But you know, hey, the it's safer in that stone pit, and that's what really counts in the end, especially in this series. So we got three and a bit of extra stacks of snow blocks, which we can turn all these into the carpet snow. So I don't know how much that turns out to, but hopefully that's enough for now to kickstart the making of the houses. Because I gotta go check back on this stone real quick, because I want to do this in order, because it's just the way I am. But yeah, we got 3 and 11 stacks of snow blocks. The difference between iron and stone shovels in terms of durability is actually quite insane. I would have gone through like 7 or 8 stone shovels in the span that it took me to get what I got with the iron shovels. So that's pretty cool. Nice, nice. Furnaces are still working pretty hard. Nothing else in them, so they're working on the last batch right now, which is all very, very cool. That should be enough. After these get smelting, that should be more. The door stands out a lot more. I do, however, need to find a way to make these stone pillars pop a bit more, because they are blending in heavily with the backdrop now. Thinking about adding some, not spruce, stone bricks to them, maybe even some tuff to see what that turns out like. But yeah, I'm gonna try to break up that palette a bit more, and then that is one more thing off the list I wanted to do today, which next we gotta go finish the snow village, which is basically doing interiors, decorating that side of the houses, and adding snow to the top of the roofs, which will be kind of fun, so I'm looking forward to that part. And with the mixture of tuff and stone bricks, it definitely makes it pop more. I'm definitely going to have to add some polished andesite in there. I think that'll really make it pop a bit more. But for now, I think that's perfectly fine. I'm going to wait for it to snow, and then we'll wait for the snow layers to pack up on top of all this, round these out a bit more. But other than that, it is time to get to work on the snow village over there, which I've been looking forward to for a really long time, because because of the way I left it off last time. Literally just rejoined the world, and it started snowing, and it is literally one of the coolest things just to relax to, I guess. But just seeing the village over there on the other side of the bridge with the snow falling and everything just looks so darn cool. I don't know, I'm impressed by the simplest things. It's weird. Working on the village, it's actually really good that it's snowing right now, because it'll fill in most of the places on the roof, so I don't have to waste any snow slabs. I am curious, though, how much snow slabs I can make with all this snow. That's still And then what I wanted to do next is I wanted to add some fireplaces to the back of these houses using campfires to send out smoke and everything going into the sky. Because it is a snow village after all, and I think campfires and fireplaces are pretty necessary to keep warm in the winter, at least for this little village. The template for most of the inside is done. I need to add a little roof to the inside, and then I need to pick and choose some houses that I want to add the campfire fireplaces to. I'm completely out of wood. I'm gonna need a lot of wood to do what I need to do. I have 40 logs, but I'm gonna need a bit more. Might even need more stone to actually build up the fireplaces, but other than that, we're gonna finish up the village today. We're pretty close to that. I need to put some snow slabs on all the trees and stuff like that, but I kind of want to wait for it to snow just to see what the natural snow does to it. I do really like these trees though. If you want me to explain how I built these trees, I know a lot of people say they want me to explain how I build things. I just don't know how many people are going to want to listen to me explain how I build a tree. But I know a lot of people, including myself, just don't even bother with building a tree. So the fact that these were these were built by me is a pretty cool feature. Yeah, really cool looking trees, and I'll be more than happy to demonstrate how those are made. Some quick updates over here. I've been doing some other stuff just between the time lapses. I've been breeding the cows a lot. We do need to make pens and stuff for them because they are exploding pretty much. Where are they at? Yeah, I've had to expand the hole a couple of times, but we got a decent amount of cows here. And if we just add to the pile real quick, our food situation should be pretty stable now. The 5 steak in my inventory is because I accidentally let out a few cows and we can have no escapees. Yeah, I'm gonna get to chopping down some more trees, finishing up the village, and then we can go and work on what I want to do for the mine, because I'm actually really excited for the mine because it's got some cool features to the outside and inside of it. So I will see you, I'll see you in a time lapse whenever I'm building up the chimneys of the house. We're not gonna talk about how many snow slabs I've mined and how many times I've crafted and used them. We're not going to talk about even though this series is only a couple episodes long, this is by far the most amount of resources I think I've ever gathered in any of my survival worlds. So these stats are kind of getting insane, at least for me. Just wanted to share that real quick. All right, and then for the chimney of the house, I kind of just wanted to show you this building process because it's going to be super hard to get angles of the building with the replay mod. So basically I just find the center of the house, which I think for this one it is literally right here. Yes, so that's the center of the house, and I normally just put 3 blocks right there, expand it, but basically just want to have a kind of rounded area, if that makes sense, like kind of a half oval, half circle, and I just build that up going up to the roof. You kind of want it to look super jagged in my opinion, so something like that as the start of the back of the chimney. And then if we can just, do I have leaves on me? Okay, well, let's just build up. So right here would be where it peeks out through the roof. So if I just break this with my fist, right there, and then it could be offset. It would do another hole right here. And then you would expand this out. It would still be 2 by 2 going up. And then as it goes up is usually when I make it go a bit skinnier. So maybe one more there. And I think that's a good height. I'm gonna take it down just 1. But then campfire, because it produces okay, we don't pay attention to that. I completely forgot that campfires, it's in the name. I should have guessed that, but it has fire in it. And then you just add some spruce. Stop it! You're making me look bad. But you just add some spruce doors, trapdoors, around the edges. I can get out of the way of this one. There you go. And if we can just build to the other side. Trapdoor there. Trapdoor there. Put them up. And that is basically all that you need to do for the chimney. I don't like how skinny it is right there, so I'm even going to come over here. Break this slab on the roof. And build that up 3. Build that up 3. No, stop it. Add a trapdoor here just for some different level. And down here, because you want the main bulk of the chimney, at least in my opinion, to be below the roof. But we can mix in some different stone types here. So if we just break that right there and turn all of that to andesite. And we can even add a little splotch of andesite over here. So just like we place those 3 blocks and add it to that. Now I don't have any stone bricks in my actual inventory, but we can add a stone brick there. You know, like that there. Even building it up on the edges like that. Just to make it kind of pop. Stone brick. And I don't like that there. But stone brick. And if you had stairs, you can even put little holes into it, like little divots or crevices in the chimney. But that right there does not look bad at all. And if I go to replay or free cam, yeah, free cam. If I go to free cam, as you can see, the smoke coming off the top of that house makes it look so much better. I guess I could change a little more blocks, a little bit more of these blocks right here to andesite or something, just to break it up from a distance. But that doesn't look bad right there. And I just need to do that to probably this house here, this one back here, and another one that's up towards the front. And I think we'll be good to go for that. Okay, so I realized I didn't have shaders on for the last couple time lapses and clips. That is my bad. But I also wanted to just show you this. Look how good that door looks from over there. With the cobblestone, with the stone now around the edges. I also installed a zoom mod because I'm not using Optifine. But it looks so good with the stone around the edges and the tuff mixed into the door. Like, from a distance, it looks great. And if we just do this, the village, from a distance as well, is starting to look great. It's a small little village, small little project, but I like the way it's turning out a lot. I also can't get over this zoom mod now. Yep, and that's me. Okay. Anyways, I just wanted to show you that because I think that's super cool. Like, even just a bridge going across, the pathway going up. Don't mind the berries. And then just a giant door. I don't know why. Giant doors are just so cool to me. I don't know why. I love them. I need to go get more stone. I ran out of stone. Oh, I completed most of the smokestacks, chimneys. But on the insides, I need to make the fireplace in the actual inside of the building, and then we can get to decorating the actual insides of them. Because you gotta remember, I still do want to do the different professions for each house, but until we know what professions we need, I might just make them pretty basic furnished until we actually go and get villagers, because I don't know what houses they're gonna be in or what villagers we're actually gonna have or anything like that. So I don't want to go too complicated without us actually knowing what we're gonna be doing first. I do think pretty soon, though, we need to go start up the villager trading hall, because that is something I'm going to need for my armor enchantments and stuff like that. I think that's about as far as I'm willing to go in terms of farms. Yeah, that is a very boring process, so I might do most of that while recording, but I might not just include it in the video. Okay, so I've been working on the village, and I wanted to come over here just to show you this view. There you go. There's the experience. But just walking over the bridge, it looks good. Like, the village looks good. It looks better than it did before. There's some stuff that I did that I want to show you, though. Stuff that I didn't necessarily feel like needed a time lapse, but I also didn't really feel like needs explaining. One, I made a wagon. I ran out of fence gates. I need to add 2 more fence gates here to make it look like handlebars, but yeah, the wagon can't actually hold anything because of the way that it was made. Everything would be floating, but the wagon looks pretty good. I like the wagon. Added some chests dotted around just for some aesthetic. Most of the houses have a somewhat interior done inside them. This one, it has an interior, but nothing's decorated. I need to put campfires in the fireplaces. Okay, now it's not dark anymore. I gotta get across the bridge again. But yeah, I think the village is at a good point right now. There's obviously a lot of work. Okay, there's a lot of work that needs to be done compared to my testing world. But for now, like, for example, I need to put a bunch of snow layers on the trees. I need to figure out how to change the setting where the snow layer can go higher than 1, because I think that'll help out. But I also added this little cobblestone just trimming, I guess, to the bottom of the houses, just to make it feel like, just to break up the wood. The wood from the ground, I just wanted to break it up a bit. And I also added a bunch of trap doors to the sides of the walls, as a way to break up the texture a bit and add a slight amount of depth. And then, of course, there's more barrels scattered around, and I couldn't figure out how to make beehives. I feel like I should know how to make beehives, but I couldn't figure it out exactly. But I'll use those as some more barrels. Some of these houses are kind of weird. This one, you like walk in and you're pretty much just inside the fireplace, but you know, I'm gonna make it work. The interiors will be pretty darn cool as soon as I get them all up and running and figure out what houses I want for what villagers. And some other couple thoughts that I had for the village at least was, it makes no sense having crop fields because it's a snow and a snowy wasteland. So this being a fish village with like some tiny piers down here, sorry grass, tiny piers down here with like holes in the ice, like ice fishing. I think that'd be kind of cool. Everything in the village is done for now. The least I want to do like on camera because there's a lot of little nitpicky things that I don't want to waste time on. Need to finish trying to fill up the well because these people need water, of course. I really like that wagon. I don't know why. But the next thing we're going to be working on is down over here across the bridge again. The mine, you know, it looks cool. You know, it's got the little pathway going up and everything, but it's very barren over here. If this is the kingdom's main source of stone, it needs a little bit more love. It needs a little more activity going on here. So I thought about along this little like slope, sorry torch, raise it up like a cliff, and then so the cliff would be probably on level with this, and then raise it up along like that area right there too, going around. And then on the cliff and stuff, we can have cranes, boxes, and a bunch of other stuff that makes it look like that they're actually actively mining stone. And then I do need to go down to the village and figure out a house that I want to live in myself, because move all this, make this actually look like a worked-in mine. I think this storage system here can stay, as rinky-dink as it is. It can stay for now, and we'll make a storage house later. But I don't know, I kind of like the idea of that, and you can have rail carts going down the left and right hand side of the storage system. That's my current idea. Still living off berries for the most part. I did find potatoes. I can't remember what dropped the potatoes. But I gathered a bunch of stone because we're going to need a bunch of stone mixes for the cliff that we're going to be building up. So I think I'm going to do that in the form of a time lapse, including the crane and everything up here. And that is, after that, that'll be literally everything I wanted to knock off for this episode. This episode was just like a quality assurance, quality of life update kind of thing for everything that we were lacking. I didn't plan these trees. They kind of just were made. So I like that though. Stuff like that the time lapse, I couldn't quite figure out what I wanted to do with it. At first, I had the logs going across here, and I was like, it's too thick. It's like it blends in too much with the main like pole mast. So I decided to go with this little rock formation, which I've seen on a bunch of other cranes. I went for that. Went for the same connecting piece, kinda. I don't know how different you can get with cranes. They've been made 20,000 times, but I took my own liberties with it. Made the palette and everything, put the signs around it. Overall, I think it looks really nice. And the cliff, I think, really adds to just the area, I guess is the best way to explain that. It's very flat cliff, but it makes sense. It's been trimmed down over time. But the crane, I really like the crane. I need to go find somewhere where there's oak, because I like to mix up the wood types ever so slightly. But yeah, we finished the village. The village actually looks super cool. We're just gonna fly over here in free cam. You got the barrels and everything like we mentioned before. Still need to do some finishing touches. I want to put like strips of grass, if that makes sense, just running down the hill and different things like that, different patches of grass. That has some texture, and then we need to snow layer these hills a bit more and everything like that. There's also, well, there was a mob farm under there, but, and then I guess I need to start trying to tidy up the hill a bit, because the hill's a little bit dirty. But where we go from here, I don't have anything planned. I usually plan everything out ahead of time, but I do know that I want to expand it this way. My idea is, you can't see it right now, but there's a hill, like a big hill right here. It would be so cool if we would have a giant kingdom here. Like, I'm talking a full castle. Something I've never actually made on a grand scale before. And, you know, go down the hill, you know, you got your upper class city right here, a little bit elevated. Then you go down to, like, say, another side of stairs, or like another staircase. And then down here, where the trees are, you have your lower class people. And to differentiate all that, you would have the lower class people would be a certain like color roof. The upper class people would be a certain color roof, and then the royals, like the nobles and stuff that live up there next to the castle, would also be a different color roof. I've done like kingdom different colored stuff in the past, and if you want to, like, this is all back on PlayStation, but I can definitely show you all that whenever I can definitely show you all that if that's something you're interested in. I do have the world still, but overall, I am really happy with the way this mine turned out and the way the village turned out. One thing I know, there's stuff that I need to do, like changing the street lamps, filling the well, and stuff like that, which will get done, I promise. But for now, this episode's been a long time in the making, and it needs to be out because, you know, hey. But hopefully you liked everything we did in this episode. Hopefully you like the new type of time lapses and just overall everything. If you want to support the channel in any way, shape, and form, the best way to do it is to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Either of them will help out, and it's all up to you in the end of the day. Either way, you viewing this video helps out more than you may know, so thank you so much, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Just look at the door, though, and I can zoom in so far. Like, there's grass up there and a cloud.